Amber Negin, I'm going to show you a clip package referencing a major news story from this past week, and you two have to tell me what's the story. Here we go.
All right, it takes place in Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, yeah. Pennsylvania,
And
gotta go. Ooh.
someone's buying something at a store.
Oh, with an ATM.
Oh, this is a cult.
This is a waste of paper.
And I've got an idea.
Oh.
How about we all just stop?
Yeah, okay. I believe we're talking about like kitchen table. What do we buy in? Like how much does stuff cost? And in Pennsylvania.
There was a presidential candidate in Pennsylvania unveiling her economic plan.
Oh, that sounds
Oh, that's
that
better.
sounds more right.
We'll say that.
And I would like, yeah.
Take that. This is the story of Vice President Kamala Harris giving a speech in Pittsburgh on Wednesday that finally laid out her economic vision for the country. You are correct, Mark. Points for you. Good job. Kamala, of course, laid out her economic plan called Build Back Better, AKA Build Back Mo Better, Mo Better, Mo Blacker. Can anyone tell me why Kamala chose Pittsburgh to shoot her shot on this issue?
Does it have something to do with the fact that Pennsylvania is the most important swing state currently on the map right now? Does that have something to do with it, Roy?
We're close.
Okay.
Harris tied the core tenets of her economic plan directly to the story of Pittsburgh.
You know, there's an old saying that the best way to predict the future is to invent it. Well, that is the story of the Steel City.
Is that what's known as pandering, Roy? Is that what that's known as?
To be fair, Kamala did not use a Pittsburgh accent.
She didn't say yins.
Yeah, yins need to vote for me, yins.
One of the interesting things in this election is that Trump has, for a long time, had a big lead on the economy, which is always a primary thing that people are voting in. That has shrunk considerably, and now he has a little bit of a lead, but it's only 3 to 5 points. So she has really made it close anyway on this issue, which is fundamental for voters.
Wait, can I just ask, fundamentally, why did Trump ever have a lead in economic issues? Right, because he gave a big tax cut to billionaires, and then otherwise, I just don't understand
Drove
this
up the
lead.
deficit, lost manufacturing jobs, yep.
Thank you, Mark, exactly.
Give him a
What?
chance, you guys.
This is negative.
But he just needs 4 more years.
Yeah, 4 more years.
Kamala Harris said building the middle class would be a defining goal of her presidency and explicitly defined herself as what?
A sexy woman.
A pragmatic capitalist.
My answer has to be right.
Right at the top, VP Harris made sure to say this.
I'm a capitalist. I believe in free and fair markets.
It's exactly what a communist would say.
Donald Trump also spoke on the economy this week in speeches in both Georgia and North Carolina. Trump touted his core economic policies of tax cuts and what?
Tariffs.
Let me say it very clearly. Maybe you didn't hear that. Tariffs.
What she's saying is tariffs.
Roy, I've got a guess.
Yeah?
Tariffs.
Here's Trump waxing poetic on his signature policy.
The word tariff, properly used, is a beautiful word. One of the most beautiful words I've ever heard. It's music to my ears.
He probably also thinks the word moist is a beautiful word.
Moist is the worst word in English.
I don't know. It depends on what we're talking about getting moist.
I take it back.
This CNN, we can't get into it, though, you know. This week, Trump threatened John Deere with a 200% tariff if they move production to Mexico. According to some economists, Trump tariffs would spike inflation and wipe out jobs, hurting American consumers the most, specifically this consumer.
We're all John Deere around here. I own that one, that one, that one. $35 for the tractor.
Oh my gosh.
I call this tractor the best $35 I ever spent. Tires ain't cheap anymore. Nothing's cheap anymore. Not even water's free, which is...
Ain't that the boy that be yodeling in the Walmart?
I've never gotten a worse vibe off a child in my entire life. I'm sorry. I know it's cute, but he's 4 sentences away from saying some shit you will never be able to unhear.
This is part of Make America Great Again, is this fiction that we're going to go back to a time when America was manufacturing everything, and he said that that's what he'd do in his first term, and during his first term, he lost 200,000 manufacturing jobs.
That was all part of the plan, Mark.
It's an 8-year plan.
It's an 8-year plan.
It's an 8-year plan, okay.
What did Kamala Harris say about Trump's presidential record on the issue?
He's a little punk.
That's accurate.
Here's Harris with the receipts.
Almost 200,000 manufacturing jobs were lost during his presidency, starting before the pandemic hit, making Trump one of the biggest losers ever on manufacturing.
At least she said on manufacturing. You know, Donald Trump's real plan for the economy is sell, sell, sell. Does anybody know the latest Trump product to drop this week?
$100,000 Trump watches. $100,000 piece of shit Trump watch, gold-plated, will fall apart in the shower if it even tells
Why are
time.
you showering with $100,000 on your arm? Yeah, take that off, baby.
If I pay $100,000 for a watch, it better shower me.
Yeah.
$100,000.
The answer is a $100,000 watch.
My new Trump watches, 200 grams of gold and more than 100 real diamonds. That's a lot of diamonds. I love gold. I love diamonds. We all do. I have watch number 1, and I'm going to keep it. It's mine, and that's the way I want to have it. Go to gettrumpwatches.com. It's Trump time.
It's time now for the Offendometer. Here's how it works. This is the Offendometer, the index of everyone who's made people mad this week. Teams have to tell us who's the offender, what they did, and who they offended. Let us begin. Amber, Negin, Michael, and Mark. Who's this offender? She know who it is.
Megyn Kelly, does she have anything anymore? Is she on a thing?
She has a radio show, and she was very unhappy with Taylor Swift.
Oh. I thought you were going to say she offended Santa by being mad that there are black Santas. I'll never forget that host said that. It made me furious.
I mean, these are both good guesses, but no, she's moving on past Taylor Swift. We're not even mad at Taylor Swift. We're moving on to somebody new.
Was it Oprah? During the interview, the sort of softball Kamala Oprah interview, was that it?
This week, Megyn Kelly offended Oprah Winfrey when she criticized Oprah's interview with Kamala Harris. On her radio show, Kelly said, quote, "I miss fat Oprah.
Oh.
She was just genuine. Now this thin Ozempic Oprah has lost, along with the pounds, her heart and her sense of authenticity."
She had the guts to say, I miss fat Oprah. God dang.
Why would you pick a fight with the most popular woman on the planet?
Because that's her only move. She ain't got no friends.
That's true.
So all you can do is pick on the most popular person. I did it in high school. It got my ass beat.
Bonus question. Who can tell me what cosmetic procedures Megyn Kelly does approve of?
Plastic.
Yeah, nose, Brazilian butt, lift.
Let's hear it from Megyn Kelly on the cosmetic surgery she endorses.
All right, ladies, listen to me. Get the lasers. Get the Botox. Ask your doctor about the order, because in some things you're not supposed to have those too close to each other. I don't know how it works.
You know, I think she should just do like TikTok skincare videos and drop anything political. She might be an okay person in that world.
That's the most misogynist thing you ever said. Hey, Toots, shut up about the politics. You're gorgeous.